The newly declassified documents surrounding the assassination of President John F. Kennedy are more than mere artifacts of history. They are gateways into a shadowy world of espionage, political maneuvering, and a complex tapestry of international relations that defined an era. The recent release of these files from the National Archives has reignited public interest and speculation, revealing layers of intrigue that both complement and contradict the established narratives of Kennedy's life and death. Among these documents, the President's Intelligence Checklist, dated just 6 days after the assassination, stands out as a crucial piece of the puzzle, offering a glimpse into the tumultuous global landscape of the early 1960s as perceived by American intelligence. This checklist, marked top secret and intended solely for the President's eyes, serves as a chilling reminder of the precariousness of the world during this period. The Cold War cast a long shadow over international relations, creating an atmosphere where every action could spark a broader conflict. Within the pages of this report, one can sense the urgency of the moment, the palpable tension that characterized the geopolitical climate. The world was not just watching the aftermath of JFK's assassination. It was also embroiled in its own crises, each with the potential to escalate into something far more dangerous. The situation in Venezuela, as detailed in the report, exemplifies the chaos that reigned in many parts of the world. The document outlines the political landscape where candidates were not only campaigning for the presidency, but doing so under the constant threat of violence. The mention of all-out Cuban support for terrorists seeking to destabilize Venezuela raises significant questions about the extent of Castro's influence in Latin America. This connection to Cuba is particularly intriguing, especially considering the broader context of U.S.-Cuban relations and the implications of a possible Cuban hand in the assassination of JFK. The tactics employed by these terrorists, intimidation, harassment, bombings, are reflective of a strategy designed to instill fear and disrupt the political process, a tactic not unfamiliar in the murky waters of Cold War politics. In South Vietnam, the report paints a grim picture of a country embroiled in conflict, with the Viet Cong launching attacks that would only deepen the U.S. commitment to the region. The acknowledgement of casualties on both sides underscores the brutal reality of the war, while the mention of exaggerated press reports highlights the challenges of information warfare. The narrative of a struggling democracy facing the threat of communism was not just a backdrop for American intervention. It was a story that resonated deeply with the American public, shaping perceptions and policy decisions. The checklist does not shy away from discussing the burgeoning arms race in the Middle East, specifically through the mention of potential Israeli missile development. The revelation that a representative was seeking to procure U.S. technology for missile guidance systems hints at the clandestine dealings that often went unnoticed by the public. This arms race was not merely a regional concern, it was a pivotal element in the broader struggle for influence among superpowers, each vying for dominance in a world increasingly defined by military capability and strategic alliances. Moreover, the report touches on the complexities of Soviet-Indian relations, revealing a nuanced picture of international diplomacy. The doubts expressed by Indian officials regarding Soviet military aid agreements reflect the fragility of alliances forged in the heat of the Cold War. This skepticism is a reminder that even among allies, trust is a currency that can be easily devalued, especially in a landscape where military might and political maneuvering dictate relationships. Burma's internal turmoil, as described in the checklist, adds another layer to the global narrative. The arrest of over 700 communists and the anticipated resurgence of conflict between the army and guerrilla forces illustrate the volatility of political landscapes in Southeast Asia. The potential for unrest among ethnic minorities only compounds the challenges faced by governments trying to maintain stability in a region rife with dissent. This situation, like many others mentioned in the report, is a testament to the interconnectedness of global events and the ways in which domestic strife can have far-reaching implications. As we sift through these declassified documents, it becomes evident that they do not provide the definitive answers many seek regarding JFK's assassination. Instead, they present a complex web of geopolitical dynamics that invites further inquiry and contemplation. The connections between international events and the tragic events in Dallas are not merely speculative. They are grounded in a reality where the lines between domestic and foreign affairs blur, creating a labyrinth of possibilities. The release of these documents serves as a powerful reminder of the ongoing quest for truth. The assassination of JFK remains an open wound in American history, one that continues to captivate the public imagination and provoke debate. The secrets contained within these files challenge us to reconsider the narratives we have long accepted and to question the motivations of those in power. In a world where information is often manipulated and obscured, the pursuit of truth becomes an act of defiance against the shadows that seek to envelop it. As we delve deeper into the implications of these newly uncovered documents, we are reminded that history is not a linear path, but a complex interplay of events, decisions, and consequences. The labyrinth of secrets surrounding JFK's death may never be fully unraveled, but each new revelation adds to our understanding of a pivotal moment in time. The mysteries that linger are not just about one man's life and death. They are about the very nature of power, the fragility of peace, and the enduring quest for clarity in a world often shrouded in ambiguity.